Hey everybody, and thank you for joining me, and welcome to your love energy update for the first week of October, okay? I'm super excited to be here with you guys and to do this reading for you. My readings for this all signs reading are kind of set up for pick a card as well. So what you can do is either go into the description and find out a specific sign that you want to look up for this week, or you can actually just pick a number from 1 to 12, and that will get you a kind of completely random reading about a specific sign. So this can tell you exactly a specific sign that's going to be important for you this week, somebody to look out for. And this is a love energy update, so we're taking a look at how the energy is improving. So take a time to just try to figure out which of these cards resonates for you the most. And it's from numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to clean these up and put them in order because then we have more space to do the reading. But if you could just remember the number that you want, or go back to this part of the video if you still are deciding. And if you're new, hi, nice to meet you. You can subscribe in the button down below, right? But you have to also click that notification bell in order to get notified. Otherwise, you will not get notifications about my videos and my live sessions. I also do bonus videos on Vimeo. I don't use Patreon, so Vimeo is the jam. And this month I am featuring in the October video the monthly for every single sign and the Venus retrograde. You can rent them individually or you can buy the whole package, and that's how you buy the whole package. Sometimes people have a hard time with that, so I want to mention that. So I'm going to just clean up the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? And then we're going to rock and roll. And I'm just going to, sorry for my finger there, adjust this a little bit. And now we have a nice clear surface to work from. Okay, so I haven't messed up the order at all. And then we can begin. I want you guys to get comfy. I hope you're having a nice weekend. We're looking at the love energy for the upcoming week, okay? Maybe if somebody's doing time caps, is it too late to use a little? Yeah, let's just keep it simple. I was gonna add a little angel card. Maybe we'll add that as a bonus. We won't pick with that today. There we go, they're glowing. Okay, so why don't we start with some energy before we see number 1? And we'll just take a look. I'm reading with a couple different decks. This is the Art of Love Tarot. We really like this deck here, right? And right away we have the Knight of Angels. And this is the Angel Oracle card, and it's sitting in a... this is... how can I forget this? This is... I forget the word for... How can... F. How am I forgetting this? Oh, this is another one of these. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart. Okay, so and it's sitting in my little I forget the word. That's such a weird thing. It's such a common stone. Okay, so Angel Oracle cards. I hope the reading isn't like this. And then this is the other deck, less common, but I really recommend it. It's an Oracle deck called Trust Your Vibes. So I'm sorry I don't have the box for the Art of Love, but it's a big box, so I put those away, okay? It comes with a book. And by the way, if everybody could comment, like, and subscribe, that would be really great. It helps the channel grow. I wonder how long it's going to take me to remember this crystal. I bet somebody in the comments has told me. No, it's a blue and the one for the mind. It's good for the mind and for the heart. Come on, people. Not amethyst. No, how can I forget? This is literally like one of them. It's like rose quartz, you know? It starts with an F. It's at the tip of my tongue. I don't remember. Nobody knows. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Let's begin the show. That's ridiculous, huh? Fluorite, thank you. Cassie gets a card. Oh my god. Cassie, fluorite, yeah, of course. And this is another ridiculous, right? And I talk about crystals every day, all day. It's like a basic crystal. This piece cost me like $1, but this one's really beautiful. Sometimes I don't feature it on the channel because it doesn't film as well as the other crystals. This is amazing in person. Fluorite is amazing in person. And if you're studying, if you're in school, or if you have a big decision to make, I keep it around me for you guys because it really clarifies my thoughts. I do so many readings, I forget stuff, right? So this is amazing. This is amazing for clarifying thoughts. It's really good in combination with amethyst, right? Clarifying thoughts and just clarifying your general energy. So especially these days when there is, you know, Lilith is in Aquarius. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, you guys want to hear a story? Sorry to everybody who's new. Let me tell you guys a story about last night. So I had problems dreaming last night. I had problems sleeping last night. And so I drank too much caffeine because I haven't been drinking caffeine, and I had some caffeine. And so I remember waking up, and I went to bed really, really late because I couldn't sleep. And I remember waking up and the sleep was really broken, so I could remember my dreams. And I remember waking up at some point at like 6 in the morning and being like, I have this great idea for a video. I'm going to do this and this. And I had this like whole scenario in my dream set up how I'm going to do a pre-show and all these intricate things. And I was like, I must remember this. This is what in my dream I was like, I have to remember this. I have to remember this. And then I woke up and it was like, what is that? I forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot what I was going to do. And then I remembered kind of, I might be better than this, but I thought, oh, like doing a daily reading with like the astrology beforehand and then starting everything else after. But like when I woke up, I like at 6 in the morning, I thought it was like the most brilliant, amazing show idea. I was like so excited. I almost got up too, but it was all in my dream that I like stumbled on the best idea for a video for you guys. Anyway, that's how nerdy I am. I'm dreaming about putting together shows. So I don't know. So yeah, so kind of crazy town. Anyway, so yeah, so you know you're doing too much YouTube when it comes. Yeah, I'm actually streaming in my dreams. They just need to make that technology live. So sorry if you guys are into just the reading. We're going to have time caps down below. And I want the person who's doing time caps, if you don't mind, don't put the sign. I will put the legend in the description, okay? So sorry that was a little impromptu, but I don't know. Yeah, there was a couple shady energies really bringing things down, like people being very aggressive and very, very shady, you know? And I bought into it and I got upset about it. And you guys, if you saw on Instagram, but I kind of, this is the fluorite talk still. I'm still talking about fluorite. It's like, it's that kind of energy that tries to in some way, you know, suppress you, even if it's like from a condescending kind of perspective. There was a racial slur that somebody made at me in order to defend themselves and trying to, you know, use my Eastern European heritage as a way to be rude, you know, that kind of stuff. And so fluorite, and my first reaction as a Scorpio is like, you know, let me just gut you. But after I calmed down, I realized I don't want that energy. And fluorite really has, it's a heart-centered clearing of the mind, which is really powerful. So when you feel away, if you have Aquarian transits, which I do, and if you have Scorpio transits, which I really do, and even Virgo, it's like, oh heck no. And I'm a Virgo Leo, so you know it's fiery. So it took me a minute. I calmed down, you know, let losers be losers, whatever. Moving on, but the fluorite really allows for that clearing of the energy, right? So it's good for you, and that's why I keep the angel cards in it, because it's just good vibes. These cards have really good vibes. Okay, so I guess we had a pre-show. I hope you guys don't mind. So So yeah, clearing of the energy, had a dream about putting together the perfect show, and now I'm here. So hopefully we'll have a good one. Okay? Maybe too much information, just jump ahead if you're bored. Okay, so we begin now. Okay, so the first thing I do is I just take a vibe check without knowing what sign it is. So we're starting with number 1. So if you're doing time caps, just put number 1 in the time cap right now. Hi, number 1s. Thanks for joining us. Let's find out what's going on for you guys this week. And I'm going to take my time with this one because it's Sunday, you know. Number 1s. Let's see. Okay. So you have the 8 of Stars. Okay. So this is like the 8 of Wands. So very important communication will be around you this week. Some information that you need to hear, some things that you need to be made aware of. The next message is, ooh, the Tower. Okay. So something's going to come through for you and change how you feel about a situation. There's going to be a message. There is going to be some kind of information that comes through, that is going to clarify the issue. The next message is the Star. This is beautiful. So this is the card of Aquarius, by the way, or soulmates and serendipitous situations. I feel as though something really drastic is going to happen in your life this week. This drastic event that's going to happen is going to be positive, but it's going to change the flow of your life completely. It's something very momentous is happening. It's going to really change the flow of things, and you are going to go in a very specific direction at the end of the week. Okay, let's see what sign we're reading for. Okay, so we have Cancer. Ooh, Cancer's getting these big readings, you guys. If you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Cancer, big readings right now, and especially like Venus transit, Moon transit. For women, Moon transit especially. I feel like there are, how do we put this so it all fits? It must all fit. Oh no. There's always fidgeting at first. I'm sorry. Okay, that's the angels because they're glowing. Yay. We've got the glow today. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now we're good. I'm sorry, you're not going to see the cards that clearly today, but okay, so we have the Cancer. So I think Cancer is going to hear something that's going to change things really drastically, really fast, but in a positive sense. And I feel like it's going to push you, Cancer, to a specific direction. It's going to push you towards doing something, towards taking that next step, towards whatever it is. And at the time of filming, you may not even be aware of what this is. I think once the week gets rolling, that's when the magic happens. Okay, so it's somebody, you'll hear from something that's good, from someone that's going to change things for you forever. There's going to be a clarity of a situation, and there is going to be also movement forward. Here is the next message: is you are the boss. That means that the power is not outside of the sphere of your influence. So when somebody's coming for you, when somebody is not coming for you in like a fight or something, when somebody is asking you to decide, you get the ultimate decision. It's almost feeling like you're being proposed to and not really wanting to marry the person who is asking you to marry them. And feeling a certain way, feeling anxiety towards saying no. Ultimately, you're the boss. That's the kind of energy. And I'm not saying every single Cancer is going to get engaged, but I do feel like you are the boss in this situation. So you don't have to worry that, to say no or to kind of have to assert yourself vis-a-vis somebody else's energy. Okay, I think we're getting there in terms of spacing. It's because of the lights, which I can't really change because it's going to mess us up. Okay, more information. We have the 4 of Stars. This could be concerning a home or a residence or a family dynamic. But this is an advancement energy, which means that you're pushing forward in a new direction, and it's improvement. It's not a loss. And then we have the Moon. There are people around who are in some way influencing the situation to feel worse. They could be Pisces and Cancers, actually. The moon in astrology is Cancer, and in the tarot is Pisces. But we have the Ace of Trees, which is the Ace of Pentacles, abundance, a new direction forward. So regardless of what the feelings are that you may feel intimidated, you may feel brought down by things, I think that very quickly there will be a turnaround and a positive movement in a good direction. So I feel like you shouldn't really worry. I'm gonna try. Yeah, that's better, right? Okay, so so I think that there could be also a difficult conversation that you're having with people around the house, and this conversation needs to happen. This conversation is going to be very kind of like, here is what's going on, but I think that this will begin a course of events that will lead you down a specific direction. Somebody's going to tell you their feelings. Somebody's going to put it on the line and present it to you. And if you're feeling like, oh crap, like what's going to happen to me, you're the boss, right? Like you're the one who is, you know, you're the one who's pulling the strings on this one. And then this is a message of healing. You have to give people time to heal in their heart. You have to give people time, an ability to adjust and kind of so they can come at things with a clean mind. You know how so many times when, you know, you go to bed and you're worried about something and you wake up and you realize that it's maybe different than what you thought? Just like I told you guys in my preamble, like the reaction that I had yesterday is not the feelings I have today, you know, about it. And so I feel like you have to just give people time to simmer. Simma, who got the keys to my beamer. Anyway, so something like that. Not quite a wordsmith today, but hey girl, hey, whatever. Let's keep going. I'll get into the flow of it in a little bit. So yesterday was just nuts in terms of energies. So number 2s, what did we do? Just a clean reading first. Hi guys, make sure to comment and like. And yeah. Let me know how you guys like the blind pick a card, you know, the ones where you don't see and you get to kind of see which energy comes through for you the strongest. I think that's a good way to just trust your intuition. And if you do want to see pick by sign, it's in the legend, right? It's in the description box right at the bottom so we don't spoil it. Okay, number 2, the week ahead. What's up? What's up? What's up? Vancouver's full of sirens this morning. Let's see. So we have the Queen of Trees. I love this painting so much. I love this deck. This deck is so beautiful. And I've been it took me a while to figure it out because they made this company made a bunch of oracle decks that were the same paintings. Sorry, there's some issues with the computer. There we go. So this company also made some oracle decks that were in some way like how do you say that were in some way oh shoot, hold on, give me a sec. If the computer fails, just hold tight. I think my computer's about to crash. Oh, what a morning, hey? Look at this. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so there's a bunch of oracle decks that use these paintings, and I've really liked them. I have some of the oracle decks, but there's also a tarot card deck, which is the Art of Love. This one, it's very nice. Okay, so the Queen of Trees, number 1 energy. It's a strong definition of boundaries here. I feel like there's a great desire that is within you to push something forward, to bring something together. I feel as though there is a great understanding and a tolerance and patience towards things, even kind of petty energies that are kind of beneath her. She can confront really problematic situations and keep her cool. The next card is this is the Virgo, possibly. This is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn energy. And this is the Hermit card, which represents Virgo, the retreat. So it's this kind of emotional withdrawal in a situation to kind of sit back and think about things, see things from a different angle, from a different perspective, look at things from a little bit of personal distance, okay? Hold on. I'm trying to close down windows so that, because this looks like, okay, sorry about number 2s. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Hearts, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. There's an offer that is being made, that is being put on the table. And I feel as though there is somebody, so there's, you know that there is an event that you know already that there's going to be an offer, right? You know already that it's coming around. And I feel like you withdraw before you actually receive the offer, and then the offer comes in. It doesn't have to be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but it could be a water sign type person or somebody working really heavy through the water energy. There we go. Finally got things going. No more interruptions now, hopefully. Okay, so here is the message. We have this for Capricorn. So a Capricorn woman or a Capricorn man, if you're watching, that's fine. So this is either concerning a Capricorn, or this is for you if you are Capricorn. You're sitting back and watching something transpire, and then there will be some kind of offer that is made to you that you will in some way already have thought of an answer to. You already know how you are going to approach this. Capricorns are so clever. You guys are so clever. Wow, okay, vibe check. You need to decide, and I think you'll decide before, as I said. You're going to decide which direction to go before you have to kind of confirm, and then you'll have the talk, and then the person will present their ideas or whatever it is that they want. Okay, so let's take a next card. We have the Emperor, okay? So this represents that there is some kind of authority figure in a situation. The Three of Stars. There's good things coming to her via authority figures and men. You know, the Queen of Trees is going to see some good things to come through. I feel like she has to be selective about the things that she brings on board, because you don't want to put too many things in your basket, you know, before you're dealing with it, because that can be a bad thing. If you have like Jupiter, for Capricorns, you guys know you'll have Jupiter next year in your sign, right? That's coming in December 2019, and that's a very bountiful year, you know, for Capricorns. And so I feel like one of the things as a Virgo that happened is like I had too much going on, so you have to kind of figure out which thing you want to take on, which things you want to put off. And there's the King of Hearts. So Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, there's a bigger energy that's coming through. You see, you have this kind of, this to me represents a conversation, this represents a person, and I feel like a bigger energy is coming through to you with a much more present vibe. I think that somebody is really telling you how they feel. They're making you an offer, and I feel like this is very much in line with astrological things. It's very much in line with your energy at this time. I feel like something is coming through in a big way to make you an offer, to make you a proposition, but the proposition is personal. It's not, you need to decide beforehand. That's the big message, Capricorn. You need to decide beforehand what you're gonna say. Let everything happen so you have it almost like prepared. Okay, so your angel card is enthusiasm. This, I think that this may be a part of it. There may be an aspect to this that's negotiation. So even in personal relationships, you might be negotiating a little bit at this time. So I think that you need some time to sit down, reflect, and just prepare yourself. There might be two conversations. One, like a tentative one, like kind of somebody is, you know, poking around, trying to see what's up. But then there is a much more, here you go, here's my heart, here's my love, here's all these things that you're dreaming of, you know? Okay, that was cute. That was much better. So that was number 2, hey? That wasn't, I'm not being very graceful here, but that's okay. So let's take a look at number 3. Oh shoot, Taurus, I'm sorry. So number 3 is Taurus. I was gonna pick 3 cards without knowing it was you. Okay, see, I'm not Grace Kelly today, that's for sure. Okay, so, but that's okay. Even awkward tarot card readers. I do this every day, right? Can't be perfect every day. I was shaken up a little bit by the Eastern European comment. It was so rude. This person put up a picture of like an old grandma, you know, in like a babushka, if you guys know, in order to refer to me. And I was like, okay, well, you're a racist, thanks. You know, see ya. Okay, so next message we have for Taurus. Taurus, love energy ahead. And this is a person who was asking for help from me for several years. That's how they turn around and treat someone. I kind of always knew they were a racist, but it was like a confirmation. Okay, so let's see. Taurus, no bad vibes though. Anyway, it's all a big lesson for everyone. I'm in the flow. Let's see this. It's like I'm looking in drawers. I'm like, oh, there's the babushka picture. Oh, there's the Taurus stuff. Sorry if it's a little random right now. We're settling it down. Unfortunately, the first first choices always have this kind of settling down energy sometimes. Okay, so Queen of Hearts, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And if you guys are readers watching or something like that, I've noticed there's been like such a huge influx of like competitive and very lowbrow behavior, like really sneaking around and shady shit. And if you feel uncomfortable, you can talk to me about it, but just know, like, I'm finding it very, very competitive, not in a nice way right now, and I'm a nice person. I'm not going to do anything to anyone, and if you need to know more nice people, you can say hi to me. But yeah, I've seen and I've heard about some really nasty stuff people trying to do to get attention, so just kind of draw away. And if you and I have any kind of vibes, then just drop it. I don't care. I just really want to make videos for people, okay? So we have Queen of Hearts, Sixth Sense, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I don't know why it's coming through in Taurus like this, but whatever. Sometimes this becomes my therapy session. The Four of Trees, which is the Four of Pentacles, growth. And then we have the Eight of Hearts, codependency. Okay, so you are dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising Taurus. This person is emotionally generous, but physically holds back. Now, this does not mean that this person only holds back in like an adult way. This can also mean that they limit their presence in the situation. They keep giving you less than what you need, and they're doing it consciously, I'm telling you now. So they're in some way being evasive in order to kind of get you on the hook so that you keep holding on. You know, one of the first reflexes that a baby has is to grip, right? So when you give your finger to a baby, it's gonna just grip it really tight. And so the Eight of Hearts is this kind of, it's a very natural thing, so don't feel shame. This person is working off of the energy of manipulating it. You have to realize with manipulation, it's always someone who's playing on. This is so funny about manipulation with people. People feel so ashamed about it, but when you realize that you're having a natural human experience, it's a psychological facet of your psychology, and oftentimes the response is actually just based in like human evolution, and it's got nothing to do with you. Then you can kind of feel less shame. But we feel shame when we're in situations like this, when somebody's not doing us justice and we're holding on. It's an embarrassing thing. But when you realize it's physiological, then you can kind of say, okay, well, it's time to maybe release, right? Here is the next message. There's an aura cleanse. Yeah, I'm feeling that for Taurus. I feel like this person can be really wonderful. Water signs. I'm really heavy in the water. So I'm more water than anything else, right? Water. But the thing is that I feel like they can be very, very crappy too. You know, they can be emotional, they can be toxic, they can be draining. Here we go. Here comes Scorpio. Hey girl, hey. So the release and the metamorphosis. So I feel like I feel like yeah, I feel like this person, they're very principled, and they in some way, Taurus, want and this isn't a target, you're not the target of the situation, but they very much want their boundaries are fluid, and their waters are washing up on your shores. You're an earth sign, they're a water sign. That's funny. And I think that there's some garbage in those waters, and that garbage is washing up on your shore. So I don't think this person's maliciously anything, but I do feel like it is manipulation. Okay, so we have the universe and expansion. So it's you're overcoming a physiological, developmental reflex to hold on when somebody holds back. It's in game theory, it's in marketing, it's in advertising. People use it all the time. I don't think this person is doing it consciously, but they're still not decent for you. And I think that when you release and let go, then new directions happen, growth happens, and then you reestablish stability for yourself. This can be success at work. This can be a connection with someone who is good for you, who is a good energy. So this could be even a friend, Taurus, who in some way is putting you in that fight or flight mentality. So you need the aura cleanse. Let's take a look at your cards. We have celebration. Okay, so this is like just cutting through this, this kind of teasing energy, is a teasing energy, cutting through it, and then just going in the direction and really having some good luck in the way of love, romantic love, or just success at the end of the week. I think that if you're feeling away right now, if you're feeling a little bit, if you're feeling a certain type of way, then there's going to be you need to cut it out and at least emotionally withdraw from this energy, or at least in your mentality. Whatever this person said to you, you need to kind of clean it out. Take a bath, Epsom salts. It doesn't have to be expensive. But yeah, just clear your way, okay? Clear your way out. Good. Now I'm in the flow. It only took 3 this time. Sorry, guys. So now we're going to move into number 4. So number 4, let's see. I'm not going to show you which one. Oh, that was a lot. I had all these energies thrown at me from everybody's struggling. It's the Lilith. It's the Lilith with Mars in the South Node. Geez. But very clarifying as well. And Jupiter is about to go over my ascendant, so I'm stoked. Okay, so let's see. Number 4s. So we have 3 of Hearts, number 4. Okay, so there's joy, celebration. I think that this can sometimes mean third parties. It's the dance. It's like you go dancing with people to a party or a rave, and you're kind of ready for a timeout, and everybody's dancing. So it's that moment where everybody's still dancing and you're kind of done for a minute, and you're like, can we just sit down now, please, for a minute? I'm usually not the person who does that. I'm the first on the dance floor, the last to leave. But the 3 of Hearts is really maybe that kind of energy, like you're spinning around, and people, I don't know if you know, but like old dances when people would hold hands and like dance in a circle, and you're like, okay, I just need to back up out of this. But the trains left the station, you're on the train, and it's happening. Here is the next message. We have the 2 of Stars. So I feel like you are observant in this situation of what's going on. maybe other people are paying attention, but your experience is your own at this time. You're not talking about it to anybody else, and you're noticing things about people because they're in their reverie. They're in their kind of dancing, spinning energy, and you are in some way, you caught yourself out of the moment of this kind of group of people and group of energies, and you're paying attention to it. The next message is the Wheel of Fortune. So a breakthrough. I think you're going to have an epiphany this week. I think you're going to see some opportunity in everything that's been going on around you. So at the beginning of the week, you may feel like things are happening to you, but I feel like by the end of the week, you will be much more in charge of what's going on. Here is the sign we're reading for. So this is Pisces, yeah. Pisces goes with the flow so much until it's like you sort of allow people to have their way until there's so little room for you to navigate that you're like, okay, where did I find myself this time? You know, which energy did I find myself in this time? Your energy cards, or I always call them trust your vibes, clear the path. Yeah, this is a lot about eliminating. This is a lot about eliminating. We're getting ready we're in the last quarter moon this week, so it's right before the new moon in Libra on the 9th, and so this is really about being selective about which direction you take, which direction you choose, right? Okay, so let's take 3 more cards. So we have the 7 of Trees. And so this is investment in some kind of new direction. I love this card, by the way. I say it every single time. It's freaking beautiful. It's my favorite card ever. So I feel like choosing a very direction. You don't need the noise from the people stomping around, you know, inside your head or around you or whatever. The next message is the 9 of Stars, 9 of Wands, perseverance. So it's this kind of midweek, you definitely will withdraw, at least in your own mind space, and in some way re-identify a new direction. The next message is the Sun, beautiful. So you have a big turnaround this week, hey? It's like there's all this fervor and celebration around you, and then you suddenly have the necessity. It's like, okay, I gotta sit down now. You know, enough is enough. Shut up, you guys. I have to just do me. And when you do that, you're not saying shut up, but then you're taking a new direction. Pisces, your angel card. You got 2, actually. One is gratitude. So I know it feels like too much at the beginning, but throwing some gratitude at the situation will really help your own feelings, and then just trust that this is the big deal, and this is just the beginning. So you're just gonna see the first embers, the first indications that this is taking a turn for you. And so this is the Sun, right? I don't know if I was explicit enough yet. This is the guarantee. Okay, right here you're getting it. So you are guaranteed a good solution in this situation, and you're not catering to anybody else, you're catering to Pisces. This is your motto right now in the fall, very much. I don't remember your readings for the year, but it's like Pisces is getting a backbone. No offense, you guys do have backbones, but I feel like it's getting better. You know, you're going from really being there for other people energetically towards really being there for other people energetically to really kind of shifting the energy towards yourself a bit more, and being like, these are the things in love energy update, right? These are the things in love that I require, and boldly pushing forward. So it's like it's like Pisces is letting everybody clown around them. And then it's like, but you're the authority figure. So like when you stand up, you have the authority. So when you stand up, that's when all that energy draws to you. But it takes you so much to stand up to claim it, you know, if that makes sense. So it's like, now we settle down. Now I'm going to do what I need to do. Okay. So which number are we on? Are we on number 5? 1, 2, yeah, 5. Okay. Sorry about this. I feel like I feel very apologetic because I feel so attacked. But anyway, I don't anymore, but I did. I think I'm still processing it a little. Okay, so number 5. Okay, number 5s, you guys got the sun as well, and that just flipped out. And so there's some kind of guarantee that's coming through for you this week. A guarantee of a good outcome, a guarantee of a resolution, where you put your heart forward, that's where a good outcome will be. The next message is the 7 of Angels. And so I feel as though unfamiliar in a new situation. It's like, it reminds me of like when you bring a kitten home, or when you bring a little puppy home from the SPCA or from the shelter. And it just looks around like, is this a good place? Is this a good place for me? That's the energy that I feel here. You're poking around in this situation. Remember, love energy update, so this could be a relationship. 9 of Angels, there's a legacy. 9 of Angels is the 9 of Swords. There's a legacy of real kind of, in some way, difficult feelings that you're healing. And it's going to take you some time to adjust to the energy that you're in. And it is a good energy. Okay, so the sign I'm reading for is Leo. Oh, like a little kitten. Look at that. I've been doing this a lot recently. You guys are my little kittens. Okay, so Leo, I think you're in a good place, but it's going to take you time to readjust. And those bad memories from the past do still creep up, but just honor them, you know, just honor them and allow them to wash over you. And in some way, the person or the situation you're dealing with is your guardian angel. It is your guardian and protector, you know, or maybe you're meant to protect them a little bit too. The next message is the 2 of Trees, flexibility. Rome wasn't built in a day. Take it one step at a time. There could be some personality hang-ups. And some difficult memories. There could be some trauma that one or both people are clearing. So just be patient with that. I forgot this card. Your trust your vibes is seek your solitude. And so I feel like, yeah, you have to get familiar with the energy that's around you. And if you're dating someone new, then make sure that you give yourself time to spend alone in order to kind of internalize the experience. Okay, let's take a look at the next message. And we have the Knight of Hearts, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And I feel like this person is going to reaffirm their feelings for you. And then we have the Awakening, which is the last judgment and ruled by Pluto. I feel as though by the end of the week, Leo, so use the first part of the week as a catharsis point, like something to feel into, just like a kitten walking into their new home. And then slowly the train leaves the station. Sorry for this train analogy over and over again. But we have, oh yeah, Pluto's direct today. Yay! Yay! Party time. Excellent. So we have Knight of Hearts and the Awakening. And I think that it's almost like at the top of that roller coaster, you're about to go really, really fast. So I feel like things are going to pick up in this relationship super fast, Leo, and I feel like it's going to be initiated by the person by showing their emotional care. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign. It could be, but this is the emotional offer, and it has a lot to do with something karmic. So it's like God put you here, there's the sun, and then here is the consequence. It's moving forward, you know? So you need some time alone early on to figure out your crap. Here is your next message. Oh, we have humor. That's funny. Funny Leos are the best. It's like a little kitten. You guys are like little kittens. So yeah, throw a little humor in the situation. Welcome humor in. Allow humor to be your entry point. I saw a statistic about humor and love life, that women who have partners who are funny have a tendency to have like better interactions with them in an adult way than women who have partners who are not funny. So there you go. If they're making you laugh, that's a really good thing. So Congratulations, Leo. Hey, girl. Hey, meow, meow. Okay. So now we're going to move on to number 6. Number 6. Okay, so here we go. Number 6, we have 10 of stars. So you're carrying some burdens, but they have some deep roots. There's real reasons why you are carrying the things you are carrying. I probably shouldn't have used the word burden. Things you're dealing with a lot of stuff right now. Some of it is very important. Some of it is just noise. The next message is the Knight of Hearts. What is with this person's? Everybody's making offers. It's like, here's a little offer. Here's a little offer. You want a little bit of this. You want a little bit of that. Here is the next message, the 10 of Angels, the surrender. So putting things away is necessary. There's just too many things going on in order to kind of keep things in a conflict. And that doesn't mean putting away your relationship. It means putting away the BS and letting it all, slide. Kind of like what I did at the beginning of the reading. Maybe that's the message for us all, that in some way we need to just move past lowbrow energy. Now Pluto's direct, and it's like, okay, icky, creepy, let's dip on this and really move past it. So this can also be Sun in Gemini. That's what the 10 of Swords is. But we have 2 10s, and in some way there has to be a change right now that you are taking on. The sign that we're reading for is, so we have Scorpio. Okay. So, okay, is this 6? Number 6. And if you're doing time caps, don't mention it. I'll put it in the legend. So I feel as though, yeah, there's a heavy burden, and certain things have to be let go of, or you will go crazy, pretty much. You're taking too much on. You're taking way too much on. The next message is mentors and role models. So maybe look to other people who are carrying like a heavy task or responsibility, lots of different things they have going on, in order to inspire you. Because not only are you finishing, Scorpio, 2 cycles this week, you're also trying to push forward in a new direction with your emotions, right? So you're stepping forward with your emotions. You have a lot of spiritual stuff to reconcile, to kind of carry forward. That's not necessarily going away anytime soon. But I feel like the thing that you need is in some way to let go of your thoughts and ideas about a situation. You just need to drop certain mentality things. They need to be really put away, because they're going to get on top of you and things are going to crash, right, if you don't. So you just have to just clear your mind. Remember what I said? Fluorite, yay! We want to do a little fluorite action this week. Here is the next message. We have the Divine Order. This is the Equilibrium. This is the Libra card. Libras are very good at managing things. And one of the themes is, if you were to die tomorrow, or if you were not here tomorrow, or if they were not here tomorrow, what would you do? Like, what would the thing that you would extend forward if you knew? We don't have that foreknowledge, right? So what would you do today in order to before it was too late? If it was the last time you saw them, if it was the last time you spoke to them, what would you do? What would you say? And bring Libras in as your role models to extend the best energy forward. This is a really good way for a Scorpio to think about things, because you guys tend to really get in your feelings and get really pent up with resentment and bullshit. And so I feel like you can look to Libras to release that a little bit and be more like, think about what matters. You could be really mad at someone, but what matters is maybe, would you regret this? That's the quote. I keep on forgetting it. It's like, we don't, the thing we live with is oftentimes like regret for the things we didn't do, the things that, you know, we chose not to do, and the things that were evasive to us. And so before it's too late, and we live in the present moment, sometimes not reflecting on that enough. So I feel like in some way there's this kind of, you want to reach out to the energy about what really matters right now, regardless of some of the things that are going on. The next message is the Three of Angels, the clarification. You have been brought to truth. You have to hear it too. You have to hear what the truth is in the situation in order to face the feelings and face the realities. And I think that there's been a certain degree of suppression and a refusal to see things truthfully. And I feel like that is something. The sooner that you address that, the better off you'll be. The next card is the Moon. Oh, Scorpio, the Moon. So this is going to be, you're going to be brooding this week. You got to get over your emotions. For my friend who's going through something, that's not you. I mean, it looks that way. For some of you guys, it's just a part of the process, right? But I think that if you can get past it as much as you can to try to bring clarity. One of the tricks with this is to open all your windows every morning and really air out your space, your home, whatever, and open every single window, even if for 10 minutes, to give a good burst of energy coming through your living space, okay? And I feel as though you're being confronted with some real deep truth about a situation or a circumstance, and you are going to be philosophizing or trying to work your way through to an answer. The next message is commitment. So I feel like maybe this is a next step in the commitment. This is in some way coming to terms with something. It's a duality, because on the one hand, just like the equilibrium, the two scales, right? There's a lot of action that has to happen all day, every day. And then there is this kind of stuff that you have to sort through. It's like having a million chores and having to sort through something at the same time and trying to find a balance within that. And having the consciousness of, if someone were to leave your life today, what would you say to them? Because you may regret it later if you speak through your feelings too much, right? Okay, so that's the message. Put it out there, Scorpio. Well, not really, but just like get it going good, get it going in a good direction, and bring it to light, right? And I really feel like some of the negative feelings that you are experiencing, some of the immediate, just like my responses yesterday, right? I have 4 placements in Scorpio. So just like my responses yesterday to the fuckery that was going on around me were hyperinflated, insulted, frustrated, angry. You know, I once the feelings go, it's like, well, do I even want to associate myself with that energy that I said, you know, the energy that I brought forward in my response. So it's like better to let go and appreciate something good, either in the situation or in a new direction. Yes? Yes. Okay. I'm losing numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're second half in. This is going to be a 2-hour reading. Holy moly. But I did chat a lot, so I always do that. Why do I chat so much? Number 7. But it's all a part of the reading for those of you guys who are really into metaphysics, who are really into the ambiguous stuff. Because I know there's people who watch who like the really kind of upfront, quick reading, you know, here it is. But if you're really into like the metaphor and the theme of everything, listen to the banter. The banter it's all for, I find the banter is a part of the channeled message. So try to think, I think it's usually, I usually say it for illustrative purposes rather than, so anyway, so number 7, good luck. 777, number of the angels. Let's see. So we have 4 of Hearts, depression. I fight this card because I'm like, no, this is an answer to something. This is an answer of something coming through, something that you didn't think you could have. The next message is the Moon. So cloudy feelings, not feeling super confident about things, still feeling sort of withdrawn. You're not ready to fully participate yet. You're not ready to tell them how you feel. The next message is the divine order. So you will find your balance within this situation. I feel like the beginning of the week is still very emotionally weighed down and you're still sorting things out, but I think that you will kind of come to realize whatever direction you want to take. The sign is, let's see, Virgo. Hey, yeah. Can you guys tell? Okay. So yeah, you'll bring you'll bring balance and order into the situation. I feel like maybe there's a Pisces involved, poking around and confusing things for people. I don't know if that is for a specific person or for a bunch of you, but I really feel like that's the case. And I think Libra energy is really good for you to figure out your feelings and emotions. Irrational actions, Virgo, just like for me, this is me talking to myself. I'm not patronizing. Irrational actions, in tears in your eyes, you do some BS move, you know. The person who talks shit about me is a Virgo. And so I talked about it in another video. It's been like a couple days of just BS. This person heard something about my personal life and shared it in a public forum. And that person had no business knowing that. It was their emotional insecurities that kind of made that happen. So, you know, you think you're being so cunning and wise, Virgo, if that's the case. But maybe you don't really understand any of it. Or maybe the person you're hearing from has biases, right? And they do in that case for sure. Here is the next message. We have accept the gifts of the universe. So when you get out of your, this is almost like through your tears, sometimes you can't see the blessings. And so I think that you in some way really need to take a breath of fresh air and allow certain better things to come through. This is being petty. This is just being unnecessary about a situation, right? And so I think that you need to rise up and take, because that criticism, the analysis, as Virgos like to call it. I'm a good analyst, right? The analysis, as Virgos like to call it, can be turned inward and can make you feel like a little kid oftentimes when you are kind of hyper analyzing yourself, analyzing, and it's like analysis paralysis, you know, something that leaves you thwarted, held back, stunted, whatever. And so I feel like there's great universal gifts that are coming to you now, Virgo, but you in some way need to, and anybody who's triggering that, I don't know if Pisces energy, if you're with a really good Pisces and things are lit, Pisces and Virgos are the best together. So no shade to that. There's a Pisces I'm thinking of that has just been so awesome to me for a couple years now, and like just this week again I connected with her energy and it was just really good. So I'm not taking a stab at Pisces, but I think that kind of Pisces tend to be possessive of other people emotionally. That's an issue for the shadow side of Pisces. So that can really trigger a Virgo, because then the Virgo's trying to analyze, and then when you get codependency going between the two sets of emotions, it can be very confusing. So, you know, so in some way I feel like you can really paralyze yourself and retract yourself to like a younger state, a childhood state. If suddenly you're thinking about grade 5 and how the boys didn't like you or the girls didn't like you, this is a sign that you're right now regressing. There's something in your environment, either a person or a situation, that's triggering you to feel that way. So it's an experience that you had at that age that is coming through, and it's coming through in memories, and it can be very confusing when you're talking about your formative years, like 3 to 8. I would argue even 3 to 12, 3 to 13, those kinds of, if you're being brought back into your early childhood memories and you're having these kinds of, if you're suddenly like regressing temporarily, Virgo, if you're feeling a way it's probably something or someone in your environment that is making you feel something that is a larger pattern, behavioral pattern that you are reconciling. So you can identify the behavioral pattern, be it abandonment issues or whatever, shame, guilt, lots of times guilt associated. Then once you identify that feeling, behavior, or emotion, I guess feeling and emotion are the same thing, then you really need to take a breath and step out of it. Eliminate the stressor. The stressor is overwhelming you. Okay, there's something or someone that's stressing you out, because, and hopefully it's not malicious. Usually it's not malicious, but just because it's not malicious doesn't mean it's right for you, you know. So I think that you need to keep your chin up, rise above, and push forward. Okay. That was a good one for Virgo. This should have been a monthly for Virgo. Here is the next 3 cards. We have the Knight of Stars, the Adventurer, a Sag, Leo, or Aries. I feel as though someone really wants to bring forward good energy into your heart. So someone is around you who is very maternal or paternal towards you, who wants to bring you blessings. And I think that they don't know how to get to this because of this. Because your head is down, they're like, oh, it's almost like somebody wants to hang out with you, somebody wants to talk to you, but they see you struggling, so they can't build the bridge, you know. So it's on you, Virgo, to kind of clear that path. Queen of Hearts, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, the emotional understanding of a situation. I might go visit my Pisces friend this week. She may have, there's also clarity, so it's a duality, right? 2 things at once. It is both probably more toxic in the beginning of the week, but maybe by the end of the week, a Cancer Pisces will actually be a good vibe for you, you know? So at the same time, Pisces is paradoxical. If you guys want to know astrology, the most important thing about Pisces is that they're paradoxical. So it's a no and a yes together at the same time. It's confusing AF. This is why Virgos have a really hard time understanding it sometimes. Many signs do. And this is the struggle in Pisces. But I feel like I would say in order to kind of deal with that this week, in the early part of the week, figure out the trigger, disassociate yourself from it, even if temporarily. You don't have to kind of really kind of prune away everything. Just take a step back. And then later on, these blessings are coming through. Blessings full of loving, compassionate energy. The next message is the 10 of Stars. There's lots to do, Virgo. Lots to do. Everything's direct in Capricorn. I saw a reader kind of comment, she doesn't do astrology. She's really lovely. I thought I had misunderstood something, and I thought she was being shady, but then I rewatched her stuff and I was like, oh, I really like you. You're actually really genuine. And she's like, all these pentacle cards are coming out. I don't really understand why it's all these pentacles, and it was cute because she was talking about, she's intuitive, right? She's doing intuitive tarot and without the astrology, and so she's talking about the Capricorn direct. So I was like, yeah, you nailed it. It is very much an earth energy, you know. This is wands, but it's productivity based, right? Virgo is an earth sign, so there is this kind of things being brought to you, Virgo, this week. Maybe a relationship for some of you evolves, and I feel like the integration of the process will feel like I've got a lot to do, but it's worth it to give it some time. Here is the next message. We have depth relationship. So you're kind of in the depths of the ocean, you know. Virgo would be a turtle, you know. We would be turtles. So we're at the bottom of the ocean, and we're swimming up to the water and coming up on land with someone or something. Nice metaphor, nice analogy. There you go. I'm gonna make it that all my analogies are gonna become about fish and about water, about nature. So every single thing is gonna be like about. That's what I'm gonna learn to do. That's my goal for 2019. There we go. So number 8. Sorry if I'm being too chatty. Once a week, I'm gonna. Number 8. I'm actually really liking this reading. It's really juicy. Let me know if you guys like it. Leave a comment, leave a like. it is like my therapy session. It's like clearing that negative energy that was all around. And I don't think it was targeting at me. It was just, it just was all around, you know, it's just people being angry and shitty. Okay. So let's see your first card. So we have the Six of Stars. So championing your way forward, moving forward in a new direction, being excited for the future, being very kind of content with the past. Five of Angels. So we have withdrawal. You are not sweating the small stuff, the stuff that is trickling away. You're just accepting the losses. You're accepting the things that you are moving past or that you're releasing. The next message is the Five of Stars. So I feel as though your success is coming at a cost. It's not going to make everybody comfortable. So if you've begun a new relationship, there's people who are not sitting pretty with that, people who feel away. Don't let them spoil your good energy. Usually when we're really doing well, that's when crap happens. Why was the stuff happening this week to me? Well, because I've been putting out more videos, I've been more visible. It happens every single time. If you're a reader watching, that's why somebody's intimidated. Somebody wants a piece of your efforts, so don't let them rise above. So if you're in a relationship and these are your cards, I feel like you are trying to appease other people's opinions, maybe a bit too much, or maybe you have to a little bit. But remember, the bottom line is that you're not supposed to be a people pleaser. You want to do it as an action of desire. Like, I wanna make people happy. I just want to, you know, do this or that. But I feel like I want to makes people happy. I want this and that. But when it becomes a habit, when it becomes something you have to do, then it's maybe not necessarily such a great deal. The next message is for Aquarius. Ooh, Aquarius. So you found success and you're trying to sort it out. Aquarius kind of goes around in the universe and finds themselves in this or that place, and it's like, I'm here, this is where I'm at right now. Okay, so let me get familiar with this, you know. So you found yourself in a new space, in a new place, energetically with new people, and you have to figure out where you are, and that is going to cost you time and energy. So be prepared this week to really get familiar with this new territory. Call on your joy guides. So you need to keep a very humorous spirit. This is a week of joy, celebration, and happiness. And I feel like you should remember, Aquarius, that you have been successful. And the adjustments that you are making now that will cost you certain things are because you are successful, okay? And you need to kind of connect with a joyful energy and don't let the change and transformation in some way bog you down. The Three of Trees, dedication, Three of Pentacles. You found a way forward that is going to work really well for you. Love energy update. You're keeping with the steady energy of what you wanted. The Page of Angels, mysticism. A Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, there will be an important communication that comes to you that explains something. I feel as though for some of you Aquarians, you have been complicit to an energy that in some way is using you as a loudspeaker, or you have attached yourself with an energy for which you are the convoy. You are the person, the representative who in some way represents somebody else's interests in the situation or another aspect of the dynamic. This is a difficult position to be in because you're actually taking losses at both sides. You're playing both sides of the court. I feel like you're dealing with it fine, but I feel as a message it could lead to future consequences. And then we have the acceptance and the harmony. This is really encouraging that you will find a common ground with things, that you will resolve that dynamic, that duality. The next message is joy. Ooh, joyful week. Okay. Joyful, joyful, holy, holy, right? I love that song. So I feel like maybe you will have to adopt a new idea or theory, a new way of looking at things. Bring a new idea in order to make that equation work, right? You have to bring in another variable. That's the message. Fun. Aquarius is good. And then we have number 9, right? If I'm messing up the numbers, then please correct them in the time caps. So it matters more what number it actually is than what I say, as usual. Okay, so where are you guys? Is 9? Hi, everyone. Oh, wow, so many people here. Hey, girl. Hey, nice, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you. We're on number 9. Okay. Number 9. 9. Okay. Number 9. So the first message is the Queen of Stars. So she's a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I feel as though there is a energy of some kind of presence that's coming through with regard to an identity. There's a stronghold of someone trying to really push forward who they are, and in some way they want to be on the top. The next message is the Ace of Stars, the Ace of Wands. There's a fiery energy that is pushing forward, that is trying to assert itself in this situation. I think that you are on the sideline watching this, and it's kind of like you don't really want to get in the way of it, not because it's a problem or anything, but because you just don't want the karma. But in some way also, in some situations, it's going to be overbearing energy. The next message is the Queen of Trees, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So this is a very direct way forward, and I feel as though this will be about choosing your boundaries that are right for you and selecting exactly which road to take in a situation. This could be a powerful connection between two women, and it could be like a romantic situation, or it could be a man or a woman or two men. That's fine. But a fire sign and an earth sign push forward together in a really good direction. The sign we're reading for here is Sag. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, getting on the same page with someone. Hey, Sag. Yeah, this feels, this is a really good energy sometimes. It has a lot to do with like setting down roots, You can set down roots, you can push forward. There's like an understanding that's clearing the path. Somebody really got on the same page as someone else. It's like you both realize that you have the same goals. You both realize that you're going in the same direction. And then it's like you have the stability from the Queen of Earth, and then you have the initiative from the Queen of Wands. And that's a really powerful mix. Here is the next message. We have let go. Let go of the past. This is the time to move forward in this energy. You are the fire in their engine, And I don't mean that in just like a coquette way, whatever. This is actually an energy that has to do with hyper productivity and an ability to really, you caught the wisp of something. You've caught the wisp of a trend, and you are going to take it a really far direction. Anything that is, bogging you down, this is the time to release. It's almost like the ship is leaving the port, and you have to kind of cut all the lines, release all the lines, and any line that's holding you back is a detriment. So no time, no rest for the wicked, right? Okay, so let's take a look at 3 more cards. We have the Queen of Angels. There she is. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. She wants in on the action. They always do, right? And then we have the Ace of Angels. 2 aces. My God. If we have a queen here, I'm going to flip. It is the 10 of Angels. Okay, Sun in Gemini. Some communication that's coming forward. I feel as though this is a jealous energy. So this is an energy that in some way is going to try to bog things down. But I feel as though there is also an end to something. There is also moving past the situation that is in some way unworkable at this point. And I feel like I have a feeling that the Queen of Trees is in some way going to be done wrong by this energy. And I feel like in a certain way there will be a change of direction, a change of work, a change of home for one of these people. I feel as though this good initiative is very vulnerable right now, because there is an energy who is in some way coming in or stepping in and in trying to in some way kind of put an end to things. I feel as though I got really excited when I saw this energy. I felt it was very positive and very, very positive and very good and very uplifting. And I feel like maybe somebody's mind gets a little bit going a little bit too fast, and in some way it is coming in and discerning for wrong reasons. And I feel like this 10 of Angels, I mean, I feel like you should reinforce this energy as much as you can. I think that it's a golden ticket. It's a really golden ticket. And I think this may appear as though there's something good in it for you, but I don't think there is. And I feel like the best energy is, this should be a signal for you to release this. This is the hypercritical mind. This is creativity. So you want to stay within the creativity, and kind of maybe the hows are going to get really hard this week. Like, how are we going to do it? How are we going to pull through? How are we going to make this together? You need to let go of this energy, the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, but also at the same time, she's bringing to you discernment on how to make something function properly. Okay? The next message is simplicity. So maybe some things need to be cut out in order to allow things to really clear the path, let go, so that things can be simple and minimal and easy. Okay? Okay. This was so exciting. If you are in this position with someone, this is just a really beautiful energy. And this could have been creeping up from the past. I feel like this is something like a confirmation from the past. Venus is retrograde on the 5th, right? So this is a creeper energy from the past. And I feel like maybe you are in some way entwined with it still. And maybe it's going to be really hard for you to break it, to clear it. But I think it almost feels like this disappears. I feel like this almost has a tendency to disappear this week, and then this can come through. And when this comes through, you're not going to get as much out of this as you're going to get out of this. Let's just put it that way. That's a very, very blessed combination. I don't know why, but it really makes sense that way. So now we're on to 10. Excuse me, I like Sag energy. Number 10, let's see. But it was abrupt from one thing to the other one. Okay, number 10, enough. Number 10. So we have, ooh, finally. What's with this no two of hearts this week thing? This is the first time it's come up. 2 of Hearts, union. And the teacher, clarity. We've had Taurus. This is the card of Taurus. And ooh, whoever's got this one, it's a big thing. This is coming into union, coming into a serious relationship. I am not going to shuffle this stuff. We're going to see the whole thing. So the sign we are reading for is number 10, scored a big one. So you have Gemini. Ooh, so coming into union, maybe with a Taurus, and in some way really settling down into a loving energy. This is love, and this is a relationship. This is really, for some of you, really settling down into something that's been in the works for quite a long time, settling down into a love-based relationship and a connection that is good. Here is the next message. We have the sound check. So I feel like you in some way really pay attention in this high vibration state of love, right, Gemini? This high vibration state of love, really pay attention to what you are saying. You do not want to curse yourself by saying things that are too funny. One of the things, your Mercury ruled, right? One of the things is when you're being funny, when you're being jovial, it's funny to be sarcastic and goofy and all that, but I feel like there is also this energy of, there's also this energy of jovial, fun energy, but there's also this energy of in some way, let me just think about it for a minute. Oh, so you can make a joke and it's high vibration energy. And when you're making your little joke, you're kind of could be cursing yourself. And you think it's little, but you're getting the ball rolling. So be careful where you are throwing around your words this time. It could really lead to consequences or disruptions in the path. You're in a good path. You don't want to soil it. The next message is the release, metamorphosis, change and transformation. And then 5 of trees. So I feel as though there's certain degree of something's coming to an end and something is changing and it's making you nervous. This could be involving a Scorpio. The next message is the Page of Hearts, innocence. A pure energy of love that is coming through from a good place. It's almost like something really good is happening for you, and then on the side, here comes Scorpio, or here comes death, here comes endings. And so in some way you're nervous about it. You're kind of side-eyeing this. This is your week, and this is the periphery, okay? So it's coming in and it's making you feel a way. And I feel like maybe you feel like there's not going to be enough to go around. There's not going to be enough energy. There's not going to be enough financial stability. And I feel like, the superseding energy of love is really, really, this is not love. This is money. This is money stuff, but the love stuff is on fire. The love stuff is on point. But I feel like this energy is making you nervous. This almost feels like something that was once of benefit to you that is now not such a benefit to you anymore. And it's coming around and it's knocking on your door. It's calling, it's hitting you up. And you're like, you really want to just, it feels sinister. It feels like it wants something from you now. Maybe you took from it something before and now it's coming back for payback. Now it's coming back. But the energy's shifted for you now, and you don't want to, it's almost like having someone with whom a friend who is seedy, and they're coming back around, but you've changed your life, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It's not because that person is bad, it's because the things they do, the things they say, the way they think is not where you're at. You've had your energy, and it's like, that sounds pretty shady. You want to be friends with people for a long time, but this is like something that you were entwined with that was seedy, that was not necessarily easy. It could have been just by association. It doesn't mean that you were doing something, but there's an energy. I feel it like something knocking on your door. It's creepy, right? It's like, and you're in the arms of love, you're in the arms of directions that you want to go, and there's this thing creeping up on you, there's something or someone that's creeping. It doesn't have to be a Scorpio necessarily. And I think that you need a 7 of Swords in this case. You need to figure out how to dip out on that a little bit, or how to reconcile it. This almost feels like a wraith like energy, like, stumbling along and trying to, in some way, there's like energy vampire stuff, like, or just people or situations that are exploitative, right? And so it could be playing on a lot of different qualities. I didn't pick an angel card here. It could be playing on a lot of different qualities, Gemini. I feel like prying your way away from it is really important. But I also feel like with this energy, something that you're struggling with, if you just slam the door in its face, it's just going to come back stronger. That's the thing. So you need to find a tactful way to deal with this situation. You need to appease it, make it feel okay, make it feel as though it is self-satisfied, or it is satisfied, and make peace with it in some way, and then put it away. They can still be in your life or whatever, I don't know. They can still be in your life or whatever, but I feel like your energy needs to be here. you know, but you can't slam the door in its face, because if you slam the door in its face, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt. Here is the next message. We have communication, tactful communication. And again, speaking, remember what I told you about jokes? Not this time. Don't start doing it. Don't. And anger too, Gemini, the flip side of Gemini. Don't do it, Gemini. You're going to regret it. I'm telling you. Okay? So no funny little jokes, no little pokes. Those things are gonna really, this is an energy you do not want to pollute, you do not want to soil. Okay, so here is the next energy. So now we're on, what, 11? Yay. Okay, so 11. Oh, I did it in an hour and a half. Hey, girl, hey. The first part was so long. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Okay, so here we go. We have the Three of Angels. Okay, no comment. The Wheel. Okay, now I can comment. You're going to overcome a broken heart. I'm like, I don't want to say the bad stuff. Six of Stars. Okay, you're going to be very successfully finally clearing some energy with regard to a broken heart. Something that left you really sad for a time. And I feel like good fortune is coming in your way. Events are happening around you that are bringing good things into your life to pull you away out of the negativity. Here is the next message. This is for Aries. Hey, Aries. Aries are kind of saved by a hair time and again this time. Uranus is heading into Aries. So I'm not sure if Uranus is in Aries yet, but it's almost there. So you are going to get this kind of think outside of the box energy back for a few months. Let's see your next message. We have remember to breathe. Okay, so I think that something really exciting is actually going to happen for you this week. And it's going to make you forget the broken heart you have been dealing with. And it's not like the situation goes away. It's just your focus goes in a different direction. One that you feel excited about, one that you are excited or positive, feel positive towards. The next message is the 10 of Hearts. So I feel like happy love, happy relationship. I feel like you're very much being brought to happiness and in love with someone. Here is the next message, the 9 of Angels. There's this level of protection and legacy that a person wants to feel. And I feel like this is like a point of bonding and protection and romance. And I think that maybe both people are playing up to that energy a bit more. So there's a little bit of dramatism going on. It's like, oh no, there's a spider, save me, I'll save you. You know, like there's these like over emphatic gestures of kind of role expression. Here is the next message. We have the Empress or the Mother. So I think that there will be this is a win, Aries. This is a win of maybe some influence of the mother, of what somebody's desire was in the situation to come about. And I feel like there is a positive outcome in this situation, and out of a broken heart, out of sadness, there evolves a positive movement forward. Here is the next message. We have Faith. So I think that you need to really bite your tongue this week. Bit tongues don't lie, right? So don't speak too early to things. And I feel like there will be an evolution of a situation in a positive direction in which some of the things will reconcile. This feels gross though, but maybe you're in the moment and you're that type of dramatic kind of flair this week. So it feels like dramatism. It feels like, but both people are in agreement to it. So it's like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is the way we're going to play this out. But it's not like a plot. It's just people kind of creating a pink elephant in the room. Sometimes those pink elephants are things that are not necessarily so bad. So I feel like, yeah, and I think that at the end, Aries, you are being very creative with the direction that you want to take moving forward. Sometimes you need to like over enunciate energy and feelings and emotions in order to really define it. So it's a point of communication. It's a point of prayer as well. Okay? Nice. Dramaticism, though. My Aquarian moon was cringing. I was like, ew. So gross. Okay, so no offense, Aries. But I don't like that. I don't like dramatics. Although I'm pretty dramatic with my Venus in Cancer, so it's just whatever. Okay, so number 12. I'm so glad we did this in an hour and a half. Hey girl, hey. And thank you for everybody who does the time cap so much. That really helps. Okay, so here we go. We have the beginning, new beginning for now. I don't even know what sign it is. Let me know in the comments if you guys know. I'll check later if you guys got it right. So we have the beginning. We have the universe, an expansion point, and then we have, there we go, we've got the best for last. Hey, look at this. A new relationship is evolving and it's growing really, really fast. It's the perfect connection. The sign we are reading for is Libra. Happy birthday, Libras. Yay! Libra energy's coming in. You know, finding confirmation in your heart for having love for someone, or possibly there is a confirmation of loving energy between you and someone else. So this is really energy that is coming together and getting that approval. Like this is the love relationship you've been waiting for. Okay. There may be some travel as a part of this. There may be some travel involved. Here is the next message. We have share a breath. Oh, so there could be kissing. There could be some kissing going on. Some very closeness for you, Libra, with someone, and kind of breathing and kissing and being close. Nice energy. I like this. Share a breath. Isn't that cool? That's romantic. Share a breath. Share a breath, share a connection. It's very tender and very soft. Okay, so here is the next message. We have the 10 of Angels, which is the 10 of Swords. And then we have, which is Sun in Gemini. For some of you, you're connecting with a Gemini, Venus in Cancer, and I don't know these, I don't remember them. And then we have the Star, which is Aquarius. This is soulmate. So all the air signs are present, Libra. And then we have the 4 of Trees, growth. This is the 4 of Pentacles. This kind of flipped up, and Queen of Stars for some of you, Sagittarius or Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I feel as though, and I want to see this, the Knight of Stars, Sagittarius, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising again. So a way forward. The fire signs are clearing your path. 8 of Angels, past things that you don't know how to solve, Libra. I feel as though this is a steady move forward towards a direction where you feel really grounded and you feel really good about things. And this is like a tender kiss, a tender moment between you and someone else. Purification of the situation. The purity of and the sanctity of the situation is coming through. You are connecting with maybe a Gemini or an Aquarius or one of these fire signs that I mentioned also. But I feel like these are your wingmen. I feel like these are people who are trying to create for you an opportunity, trying to create for you an opportunity to move forward with something. And kind of pave your way forward. They're purifying a situation, clarifying a situation. They're helping your desire. They're helping your ambition, the thing that you want to see happen. They're trying to facilitate it. One thing I do feel as though is that you want to be very careful with this energy, because you have. This is, oh, look at this, the scales, right? One on each side, and they're perfectly aligned to move forward. So it's like creating like a chariot kind of energy of coming in. But I do feel like it's sort of encroaching. It's sort of in some way possessive energy. Like, I want this. I have the energy to make it happen. But like, and initiating something through, you know, trying to force the issue, trying to in some way create a situation in which that is the only answer to. And I feel as though in certain respects, this is you need to have the responsibility to in some way take a step back. So if you have the means to do it, you need to really check that the person or the situation you're doing it to wants that. In my situation, there is a Libra that's hovering around, and I really don't welcome that energy in. It's a man, right? And I really don't want that energy in. So, and I think he watches my videos, so I want you to stop this stuff now. So I'm not interested in air signs at all, and it keeps coming up, so please back off. But yeah, just if you are in that situation with someone where you have the means to kind of force the issue on them, make sure that they want it. For many of you, it will be welcome. In my situation, it's not. So yeah, just, you're still making progress. And if you are in a situation in which you are overbearing with your energy and you're forcing somebody into something they don't want, then because of what you desire or whatever your ambition is, that will come back to you. That's not a balance. You're moving from a place to from balance to imbalance. So you need to make sure that the direction that you're taking is a balanced approach. Okay? Okay. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Happy birthday, you guys. And I know that's kind of some tough love there. I know that's very explicit because some of you want what you want, and you know, it's what you want and you have a right to want it. But I feel like you need to really also, you know, be cognizant with the think of the consequences, you know, and the outcome of this. And this is not like a statement on anything, but the outcome of the consequences of dealing with someone who doesn't want that energy from you is very it's very negative, right? You're beginning something that's super negative. So don't take a step back, go a different direction. I draw in a lot of Libras because I have Pluto and Mars in my 11th house in Libra conjunct. And so what that means is that, like, I get along with Libras. I really like you guys, but in this I've been in these possessive situations with Libras before, and it's really weird to think of Libras as possessive, but like they can very much be. So if you think that, like, if you're in a situation like that, hopefully that's a learning lesson for you in your situation. But for many of you, this is really a good direction. This is a really hopeful direction of growth. And so if you're dealing with an air sign, you know, I have an air moon, that's why it happens. But like, if you're dealing with an air sign who is welcoming, you know, who wants that energy from you, go for it, Libra, okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful week and take care of yourselves, okay? Bye.